Good evening, everyone. That is a tough act to follow, isn't it? It really is an honor to be with you tonight, and I want to commend KI and all the organizations that came together to make tonight happen. And as I look out in the room and see the diverse gathering of people, and the people that have come together because clearly we're aching and longing to do something. And I think there's no more fitting place than to be in a place of worship and spiritual home than for us to gather tonight to come together as a community. You know, on January 12th, the world was rocked by the 7 magnitude earthquake that left more than 100,000 dead. On January 13th, however, what we saw in this great country, what we continue to see in this great country, what is manifesting itself here tonight and is happening in communities all across our globe, is a coming together, is a sense of taking ownership for the plight that other people in our world are experiencing. To recognize that none of us can do it alone, but that when we act together, when we are together as a collective unit, we can do so much good in the world. We can do so much good in the world. When you think about the international organizations and the United Nations affiliated organizations coming together, working with our friends at the American Red Cross, we're honored to have Tom Foley here with us tonight. When we think about all those organizations coming together, doing the good that they do, we have to remember that many of them, and much of their efforts, are sustained by us coming together in the spirit of community and providing the resources to let them go out and do their good. You know, I recalled a press conference about a week or two ago. President Obama brought together President Clinton and President Bush. And they talked about the Clinton-Bush initiative, which I know so many here have already supported and we're going to continue to support. I remember, I believe it was President Bush who said, I know that so many of you want to send Band-Aids or send care packages or send things that you feel like folks would want, but he said, please just send your cash. And he said it in plain spoken terms, and President Clinton and Obama echoed that sentiment. It reminded me, and I think it's appropriate so to share that recollection with you here at a place of worship. It reminded me of the biblical story where the Jewish people came together in the center of town and each shared a half a shekel, a small amount of currency, to sustain their temple and to sustain their community. They shared that half shekel even though each of them realized that half a shekel was very, very little amount of currency, very little amount of money. And what would that half shekel do? But when put all together, when each of the people of that community put their half shekel, they made a tremendous difference. They made a tremendous difference. We are seeing that play out in real life today as the American people come together, as you come together, as we act in the greatest spirit of what makes America so great, and that is a coming together, a sense of community, a feeling of being charitable when we see others who are ailing, when we see others who are in need. And so I'm just simply here tonight to join you in that spirit of community, to say thank you for coming together, to say thank you for carrying on both the biblical tradition and the wonderful American tradition of taking care of those in need and looking out for the broader community. I thank you all for being here, and I thank you so much for giving me a moment to share some words with you.